Well, Virgos, this is your love reading for September 2018. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. My rates and info are below. Just shoot me an email, which is also below, and we can go ahead and set that up. I will be starting with the Alpha Virgos, so I focus on the Alpha Virgos being if you are assertive, outgoing, and tend to identify with masculine energies, that is the Alpha Virgo. It will be followed by Beta Virgos, and I'll explain what that is when I get to the Betas. Things I'd like to mention, my 2018 Sun Moon readings are up in my playlist. I will be starting on my 2019, probably sometimes in October, but it doesn't matter. When you view them is when you're meant to see them. So look up your Sun Moon sign and go check out what your prediction and behavioral traits are for your sign. My compatibility readings are also going up at a snail's pace. I'm hoping to get some more time to work on those as the year continues on. I am on Instant Go. So if you need one quick answer to one quick question, download the Instant Go app, and I can do that for you, text only at this time. And then finally, I will be leaving a Vimeo link below, as I always do, for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, a current, or an ex. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It can be, you know, if it resonates, it does. And it can apply to all sorts of love, friendship, family, or romantic, okay? So Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Alpha Virgos for September in regards to love? What are the energies that they passed out of when it came to love? What love energies can they expect in September when it comes to love? And how will Alpha Virgos be moving out of September into October in regards to love? Please grant me the objectivity to read these cards as they're intended to be read, and say your messages as you intend to be said for Alpha Virgos. So Holy Spirit, angels, can you please show me the past energies that Alpha Virgos have moved out of? I love these cards. They're brand new cards. Herbal Tarot. Love, love, love them. The Two of Pentacles in the upright. And then energies to expect. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Moving out of September into October, you guys have the Judgment card in reverse, okay? So let's start off with the Two of Pentacles. Some of you might be just working too damn hard, or we're working too damn hard, and you just don't have time for love. The Two of Pentacles is often this. It can be especially applicable to you guys because you do tend to work a lot. You work a lot because you have to work, okay? You might be making ends meet, trying to pay the bills, you know, multitasking. You just don't have room to attend to a personal life. Have a personal life, make room for love. If you have a personal life, be careful that, you know, I mean, I can't say be careful because this is the energies prior to. You might have been neglecting that area a little bit. Somebody might be left at home feeling a little lonely or what have you, or feeling like they're, you know, second in terms of priority when it comes to your work life or your work habits or what have you, okay? We move into the Seven of Swords for the love energies to expect in September. Now, the Seven of Swords is, it can be about something getting revealed, okay? Usually it's an affair, it's a secret of some sort that gets revealed, some truth that's revealed in regards to that. And the thing is, when it comes to love, when it's a Seven of Swords, you feel vindicated. You feel like, oh, I knew it. You know, I mean, it's that kind of vibe. So you might have found something out in regards to somebody. You might have found out something that they were doing. Doesn't always have to be an affair, but them kind of getting away with something and then them getting caught, or you finding out and feeling like, oh, I knew it. I knew that was going on. And then, you know, you kind of break free mentally. You feel vindicated because this person kind of got what's coming to them, or, you know, maybe you knew it all along and people were saying no, 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 or this person was saying no, 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 that's not true. But the truth ended up coming out. And as a result, I'm not going to reiterate, but that's what I'm feeling. Judgment card in reverse going out of out of September into October. Here you are kind of, and I'm feeling like some of you might be, the Judgment card in reverse is about, it can be about denying something. Okay, so for some of you, you might have gone through this experience here, some kind of truth, and maybe you're denying an involvement to it, or maybe you're in denial about why you got into it. There's something. It can also be some of you, you were weak. You fell into this because maybe you had I feel like for somebody, the Seven of Swords is somebody that you were involved with. And then, like I said, you found something out about them. But over here, going into October, you're almost saying to yourself that they caught you at a weak time. Okay, you're justifying it. You're saying, you know, I was at a very vulnerable time. I wasn't thinking what I was doing. They caught me when I was weakened, when I was at a weak point, and I had an error in judgment, and I did something that I shouldn't have necessarily done, or I got involved with something that I shouldn't have got involved with. But that's what I'm kind of feeling like in the love department. I was going to say something else there, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get to the clarifiers here. So, Spirit Angels, Divine Guides, Universe, can you please provide your truth, your insight, and your clarity in regards to this Two of Pentacles for Alpha Virgos? Why is this Two of Pentacles here for energies they're passing out of? Who is this person? What is that? Additional messages, please. Okay, person. The Sun card in reversed. Okay, so for Sun card reverse, I feel like things are going pretty well for you, went pretty well for you guys in the love department, but you're not, it's not the full sunny, rosy picture that we have. And again, it can go that it may be that you just aren't attending to your personal life. You're leaving somebody on the back burner, you just don't have time. So with the Sun card, to me, it feels like everything's really going great in some regards, but you have that black cloud saying, wow, you know, I wish I had more to my life, or I wish I had more time for this person. The Ace of Swords kind of tells me you don't know how to go about doing this. You don't have a clarity. You know, you don't have a plan. You can't formulate a plan and how you're going to start giving this person attention, or how you're going to make room for these things that you would like to come into your life. You know, you're really confused about how to go about it. And you just can't necessarily figure it out. You might even be doubting yourself in regards that you might be able to pull a lifestyle off where you can actually allow for this. King of Wands in reverse. That's an energy of somebody who is very aggressive. This person who you might have been neglecting, or this person who wants their way into your life, might be very aggressive in asserting themselves in that regard. They might be doing it in an overly oppressive manner. It might have gotten to a point where they just can't take it anymore. So the way that they're expressing themselves in regards to this is very kind of over the top and very overbearing. Almost in a bully-like fashion, you know, oppressing you and kind of saying, you know, this is how this has to be, or else. I feel like there's an or else that kind of goes along with it. Let's see what's going on with the Seven of Swords. Can you please provide clarification on the Seven of Swords and the upright? Who is this person? Where is this energy? Additional messages for the Seven of Swords for Alpha Virgos. Love energies, September. What love energies to expect in September? Why is the Seven of Swords here? The Ace of Wands. Okay, this is somebody I feel like you... I know it seems like it's a mishmash here, and this might be a totally different person here. But I feel like it's somebody you got involved with this Ace of Wands. Somebody you're very passionate about, a chemistry. You have a new beginning with them. Why am I feeling like it's somebody from work? Okay, we have the because the Ten of Pentacles is here. I'm feeling like it's somebody from work, or it's somebody you could work with. Could be somebody that you have a home with. Ten of Pentacles, wanting to mature this relationship. So although it's a start to something new, you might be reinventing here in regards to what this person said over here. So you say to yourself, you know, okay, we're gonna. I hear you. I hear you. I hear what's going on. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna do this the right way. With this Ace of Wands here, this Ten of Pentacles, I'm gonna spend more time at home. I'm gonna concentrate on home. I'm gonna kind of do what I need to do to kind of make this happen. The Six of Cups, trying to recreate something or going back to a time in the past when things were a certain way. But I feel like you. I don't know. I don't feel like you're going to be able to pull this off. I feel like your expectations a little higher. There's conversations about we can go back to how things used to be. This is how, and energies can flip-flop. So just kind of realize that. Because I also feel like with the Seven of Swords, for some of you are trying to break free from this problematic situation that's happening. So you're saying, yes, there's going to be a new start. Yes, I'm going to spend more time at home. This relationship is important to me. What you have to offer is important to me. I really do want to work on this. I want this to be long-term. I want to be more committed. But I just feel like it's a little too idealistic. And I do feel like there's conversations. Let's go back to how things used to be. I'll work on that. And if it's not you, it's the other person. Okay, just realize it can always be the other energy. And this vindication here can be you kind of knowing that there wasn't going to be follow through in regards to this, or that it wasn't going to work out, or that the expectations were too high and then you were justified when it didn't happen that way. Maybe this person went back to their old ways, their old way of doing things, making promises, not following through. Or you might not making promises and not following through. Okay? I mean, admit it. To have ownership if it is you. Okay? Can you please provide clarification on the Judgment card in reverse? Why is the Judgment card in reverse here for Virgos as they move out of September and October? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages, please. Judgment card in reverse for Virgos as they move out of September and October. Alpha Virgos in regards to love. Judgment card in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this experience is causing you a lot of anxiety. You guys are staying awake at night. Fool card, you're saying to yourself, I shouldn't have gotten into this situation. I should have seen things for what they were. I should have seen how things were going to go down. You hoped for the best and didn't plan for the worst, is what came to me. And the Fool card, getting into it, you know, just your judgment was clouded. Maybe you did. You tried to give it a good run. You made your promises. The other person made their promises. But, you know, as a result, there's a lot of over-worrying, a lot of over-analyzing, a lot of, is this going to work out? Being awake at night. Did I make the right choice? Am I putting my efforts into the right thing? Am I learning these lessons that I need to learn? The Fool card is saying you or the other person was careless jumping into this and now is realizing the consequences for getting into this and not being prepared. Not thinking ahead of time, being careless, and just throwing caution in the wind. Okay, let's just try to do this. I do feel like promises were made, though. I'm feeling promises here. Ten of Swords it seems like it ends, obviously, and it doesn't end in the prettiest way possible. The Ten of Swords usually, when it does end, it's sudden, it's painful, it's rock bottom, it's a very dark point, and it's the end of a cycle. Sometimes it has betrayal associated with it. Somebody betrays you. So, yeah, I feel like that is your story, Alpha Virgos. Right or wrong? Well, I'm hardly ever wrong, I'm just saying. But right or right, that's what it is. Definitely leave comments. Let me know what the other end of this story is. I'm always curious about that. And otherwise, I will move on to the betas. But I am going to mention, remember my 2000, if it resonated, consider a personal reading. Rates, info, and email are below. Just shoot me an email. 2018 Sun Moon readings are my playlist. Compatibility readings are my playlist. I'm on the Instago app, text only. And I'm leaving a Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a crush, a current, or an ex. And at this time, I will move on to beta Virgos. You are more than welcome to stick around. Sometimes both resonate. But I'm just letting you know where we're going to go, just so you know. So, beta Virgos, here we go. Few things I gotta mention. Sorry, I gotta mention stuff. Otherwise, people don't know. If this reading resonates with you, consider a personal reading. Rates and info are below. So it's my email. Send me an email. We can go ahead and set that up. My 2018 Sun Moon readings are up in my playlist. So go look up your Sun Moon sign. Check out your behavioral traits and what's going on for you in 2018. Doesn't matter when you view it. When you see it is when you're meant to view it. My compatibility readings are also going up at a snail's pace in the playlist. See if anything's up there for you. Instant Go. I'm on the Instant Go app. If you need a quick answer to a quick question, text only at this time. And finally, I will be leaving a Vimeo link below, which will take you to a bonus Vimeo reading for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a current, a crush, or an ex. So let's see what's going on with beta Virgos. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity for beta Virgos? What are the energies that beta Virgo, love energies beta Virgos came out of prior to September? What are the love energies that beta Virgos can expect in September? And how will beta Virgos be moving out of September into October? please grant me the objectivity to read these cards as they're intended to be read and deliver your messages as they're intended to be said to Beta Virgos. For love, September 2018 and the period surrounding it. Can you please show me previous energies for Beta Virgos? The Hermit card in reverse. You have your card in the reverse, all up on your head. Okay, and then what are the love energies that they can expect in September for Virgos? Love energies, please, that they can expect. We have the Nine of Wands in the upright. And then moving out of September into October, you guys have the Six of Swords in the upright. Okay, so Hermit card in reversed. It's being alone, but it's not really using the time kind of like you should. It's funny. This is the Herbal Tarot. I see licorice on here, which is very dark. So I feel like you guys came out of a time where you're lonely. You kind of cut yourself off for people for whatever reason. You're not really using the time to, if it was in the upright, it's about getting, you know, personal clarity, a quest for, you know, personal truth. That's not the case. The Hermit in reverse, in this case, I feel like some of you went through maybe a dark time, a dark depression in regards to love. Licorice is bittersweet almost. I mean, it has that bite to it, that darkness to it, at least if it's, and I believe it's black licorice. I mean, I guess it could be red, but we're talking about herbs here. So I feel like that's kind of the vibe that you guys kind of came out of. Maybe licking your wounds a little bit, just not wanting to talk to anybody, not wanting to be around anybody in regards to anything. And I feel like it carries into September because we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about having gone through a, you know, an incredible battle, a misfortune, a really tough time. And as a result, I mean, you're proud of yourself because you got through it and you were courageous and you were persistent and you came out of it hand over hand. But you really, as a result, you have boundaries set in place, almost like I'm not going to have that happen to me again. So it's the same thing here with the Hermit, like a kind of a type of isolation. You're building your little fort around yourself, and you're really not ready to let anybody in September, is what I'm kind of feeling. And as you move into October, what you're kind of working on is fully kind of leaving this experience behind you. Some of you actually, just to get away from this experience and the isolation, some of you might actually move across water. The Six of Swords is often associated with that. Or, you know, relocating to kind of get away from something. I always think that traveling over water is very cleansing. You know, it cleanses you of things that happen. So some of you might be doing that in order to head to a better place, in order to get to a better plane in your life. Some of you might be moving away from this person or whatever happened. You don't really want to. Some of you want to stay, but you kind of know it's a necessary transition. It isn't going to serve you very well if you hang out. I feel like if you stay, the pain is present. So you guys really need a change of scenery and are going to work on that in October, kind of getting away from this. Can you please provide clarification on the Hermit card in reverse? Why is the Hermit card here in reverse for Beta Virgos? Who is this person? Is this energy? Additional messages for the Hermit card in reverse for Beta Virgos. Who is this person? What is this energy? Person, personality. Okay, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Some of you might try to, okay, the Nine of Wands. You really don't want somebody coming in. If anybody, I almost feel like you just want to be left alone. I think this was a painful experience. You're previous to September, you're actually thinking back on this relationship, and you're thinking back, you're being a little bit nostalgic, and maybe that's why you don't really want to be around anyone or talk to anyone. You're going back to what this relationship was like in the past, and you're really kind of stuck. And I feel part of the process is you don't want anybody around you because we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. And that to me is people coming in and wanting to talk to you about the situation, and you send them away. You say, I'm not really ready to talk about this. It's not a good time right now. You know, just leave me in this dark room for a while. I'm almost thinking, remember that Sex and the City movie where Big like stood her up at the wedding, and I forget Jessica Sarah Parker's character or whatever. They all go to Mexico, and she just they go to her place for her honeymoon, all the girls, and she just shuts herself in her room. And they keep on trying to bring her out of it, and she just wants to be left alone. I'm feeling like that's really what it is. And the Queen of Pentacles is, I'm feeling like you guys need to do this. You don't need to be rude. You don't, but you just have to lick your wounds and rebuild yourself up to this Queen of Pentacles. You know, learn, you kind of learn to be comfortable again with being single, being independent, being a person that people can rely on. And you need to do this in order to rebuild yourself up to the Queen of Pentacles that you are. And it's interesting, this Queen of Pentacles is even like looking at this pentacle in a longing fashion, missing it. And I feel like you guys are missing somebody and you just want to be left alone. You don't want to talk to anybody about it. Or you didn't. Can you please provide clarification on the Nine of Wands? Why is the Nine of Wands here for Beta Virgos? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages, please, for the Nine of Wands. Who is this person? What is this energy? Okay. Person, personality. Four of Swords in the upright. You just want to take a break. You're burnt out. I keep on getting from you guys, you just want to be left alone. You want to think about what happened. You want to be left alone so you can recover, so you can rest, so you can regroup. Some of you might actually be getting therapy. Some of you might be getting counseling. Some of you might be consulting a light worker, you know, or a reader such as myself. You want to be secluded. You're taking a time out from the whole relationship deal. And you really don't kind of want to let anybody in, okay? The Page of Swords or the Knave of Swords in reverse. You know, people are, I feel like there's some people that are talking about what happened to you. So because you're not letting these people in, you're not talking, and there's some people that are whispering behind your back. They're coming up with assumptions of what happened. Might be slanderous gossip. It's unjust. It's not true. They don't know what they're talking about. Another thing in regards to the Page of Swords is you have a fear of expressing what really happened. You don't want to go there. I think it's a very, very tender wound that you just don't want to kind of deal with. Knave of Pentacles, you in September are trying to come up with some kind of, you know, what's your plan going to be going forward? I think you guys are very much about a plan, something that's tangible, something where you can put one foot in front of the other. How are you going to get yourself back together? How are you going to make you guys healthy to receive love again? And I think you guys have a very slow and steady process in regards to this, but you're still developing a plan in regards to it. Can you please provide a clarification on the Six of Swords? Why is the Six of Swords here? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages, please, for the Six of Swords in the upright for Virgos. Love moving into October. Okay, you don't feel like you really kind of belong where you were. The Five of Pentacles, you're left out in the cold. So you do want to get the hell out of Dodge because you don't feel like you belong where you are anymore. You want to go someplace where you feel better. You've gone through a real emotional hardship and you want to move on. Maybe go to some place where you feel you belong, or you can start over, because where you are right now, you feel shut out. And this is the ending of a cycle with the World card. So you're doing this to end the cycle. You're moving away from this. You're leaving all of this behind so that you can end one chapter. Or end a book, really. I often think with the World card, and you can start anew. You've kind of learned everything that you need to learn while you were in isolation, while you were by yourself, and now you're ready to kind of move on to something else, something new, something different. But you're not entirely sure of your direction with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is, you know, having lack of clarity in regards to how you're going to move forward. So remember, we talked about you formulating a plan back here. You're having a difficulty formulating that plan. It's almost like your first baby step is to get the hell out of Dodge, to separate yourself from the situation, to put distance between you and the situation, move on to a better place. As we talked about, you know, get your closure. You've learned all of your lessons you have. But I feel like after that step, some of you are saying, well, where do I go from here? And you're just having a hard time figuring out, deciding what to do. Having a little bit of doubt coming out of this. Maybe being a little jaded, and that's kind of affecting your clarity. I think jaded is a huge term because I think this experience definitely affected you. And you're jaded when it comes to some relationships. I almost felt that. Especially I'm seeing a lot of green here. It kind of made me think of jade. So yeah, that's what I have for you beta Virgos, okay? So keep in mind, if this resonated, consider a personal reading. My rates and info are below. Shoot me an email. I can show you how we can set that up. My 2018 Sun Moon readings are on my playlist. My compatibility readings are on my playlist. I'm on the Instant Go app. If you need a quick answer to a quick question, text only. And finally, I will be leaving a bonus Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it be a crush, a current, or an ex, okay? Otherwise, I will see you guys when? I'll see you guys for mid-months, okay? Good luck, Virgos. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.